Happy Saturday, Angels fans. This isn't going well. This is what post All-Star break looks like. This is great. We're gonna have a good time. Welcome back. This is Under the Big Hats, presented by CIH Media. I'm Christian Hilton, your host. Glad to have you with us as we jump through the last week of Angels baseball and we mourn. We mourn the loss of Angels baseball. Now, there's been some good spurts. Again, we're not playing for the playoffs at this point, so the guys can convince themselves that they are. But organizationally, you can't assume that this is a playoff team, and you can't as fans right now. So we've got to look at it through that lens. So let's dive into it. Let's take a look. It's been a fun week, uh, and by fun week, I mean we lost a number of games that I thought we would win, but it's fine. Here we go. We are jumping right into the last week, starting with August 2nd. Last Saturday night, the Angels take on the White Sox at home, and oh my goodness, we lost the first two out of three to the White Sox. Savali dominated. One hit ball through the seventh. The Angels had absolutely no offense. Even when they did get Savali out of the game, nothing else was happening. One hit by the White Sox. One hit. We almost got no hit by the White Sox. I know a certain CIH media employee or employee, I don't know what his, anyway. Chuck Lasik probably thrilled about this. He probably went to a game or two if he could, if his schedule allowed. And goodness gracious, that was ugly, guys. Ugly. But it's okay. Let's move on. Oh, look, another ugly game for the Angels. That was somehow saved by the end, but it was not pretty. Down late, Taylor Ward had that walk-off home run, walk-off three-run homer in the ninth. Neto had homered and drove in three. It wasn't pretty though. It was not pretty, and it is indicative of the way Angels baseball works now. Where if we win, there's got to be at least a little bit of tension to it. And so that was Sunday. Somehow we somehow we stave off being swept by the White Sox. And my brother and I went to the game on Monday. Brought my kid along too, but he's not as insightful at 3 years old as my brother is. And we were talking about all the games that we've lost at home. The series that we've lost at home are embarrassing. We've lost at home in a series to the White Sox now. We've lost a series at home against the Pirates. We've lost a series at home against the Marlins. These are all why we're not going to the playoffs. We are good against good teams. We are awful against awful teams. And Trent Rush said it very well on the radio. I think it was also Monday when we were coming in. He goes, the Angels do a really good job at playing to their opponent's level. If the Angels are playing well, they're probably playing the better teams. Remember, we swept the Dodgers. Do you remember we swept the Dodgers at Dodger Stadium? Felt so good. Now we're here, and what do you do here? Like what? There's not a lot of silver linings, and we just got lost two out of three to the White Sox, two out of three to the Rays. Spoiler alert for the next, and we dropped the first game of the series against the Tigers. It's not pretty. It's not pretty, and I don't know what we do. I don't know how we go from here, knowing that this team is just not gonna do it. They're not gonna be there. It's not gonna happen. So, what do? You keep being a fan. Let's jump into the Tampa Bay Rays series. The glimmer of hope was on Monday night when Joe Adell launched that two-run bomb. Kikuchi tossed 6 innings, a four-hit ball, and the Angels never trailed. It was a fun game to go to. Me and the rest of the, we'll be generous and say 25,000 fans that showed up. We'll be generous. Hauser got the loss in that. I believe that was his first appearance since being traded. He came over from, gosh, it's gonna kill. No, he came over from the White Sox. That's right. Hauser came over from the White Sox. I believe this was his first appearance as a Ray.